All right, it's Saturday. Let's get a little creative, tear up those legs, because it's not like we're going anywhere anyways. So in terms of legs, hamstrings have to be the hardest to hit when you're stuck at home, limited by equipment. Really, I mean, you can hit quads with a sissy squat, you can do glutes with reverse lunge, even calves, you can do them unilaterally, put more pressure on one calf and really lean all your weight into it, and you can still effectively hit it. But other than a stiff leg where you're just stretching out and kind of getting a good contraction, but not a great, shortening of the muscle where you're just pushing a ton of blood, unless you're like me and you just sit around all day thinking about all the shit you have in your house and how you can use it to hurt yourself. And in terms of that, your couch is incredible for hamstrings. So the first thing you're going to need to do is weigh down your couch. Now, you don't need actual weight like I use. You can just call your dogs up there, have your partner sit up there. It doesn't matter. Then I took off my shoes because that way I can really flex my feet a little bit more, engage those calves. And then for me, anytime I engage my calves, it really helps contract that hamstring even that much more. And then from there, you're going to slightly lean forward, but at the knee. The rest of the body stays perfectly straight until you get to a point where you feel like your hamstrings are fully contracted. There, you're going to stop, keep that same angle with your body, and then rotate over top of your hips. If you had to guess, what do you think happened here? So before I started making these YouTube videos, I thought everybody did leg extensions for quads. Turns out, most people don't. In fact, most people think if you look in that direction, your knee's gonna explode. And then I think somewhere along the way you got demonized and that just became the new norm of nobody should do those. But I think it's a great exercise as long as you have the right range of motion for your biomechanics. But that's for a whole nother video. But if you're somebody that does these regularly at the gym, then you're gonna find the at-home version is an incredible tool while we're quarantined here. So a couple of things you're gonna wanna watch out for. One, put a towel on your knees, just makes it a little bit easier on you. Flatten those feet out, and then instead of driving straight up like most people do, once you stop at a 45-degree angle, that's gonna put more pressure on those quads, hold it for 3 seconds, and then go back down. So for glutes, we're gonna do something a little bit different because I get tired of doing the same stuff over and over again. I did this, it felt horrible in a good way. So like a shit wedding present, I'm gonna re-gift it to you. All right, so we're doing unilateral hip thrust, but we're gonna completely change the form and make it something probably you've never done before because this one was new to me too. So we're gonna open up that knee to the side. All the pressure is gonna come from the side of your foot because it's gonna be completely on the floor. And really because of this, of how your knee's opened up, it's gonna be really short range of motion at the very top of the movement. All right, let's hit calves, but let's put a little bit more stress and emphasis on each head of the gastroc by supinating or pronating our foot during a calf raise. Now, a lot of people argue with this and say there's no added benefit to this or it puts more stress on your knee. I'm on the other team. Here's a good exercise to illustrate my point. Try this. All right, so what I want you to do is do a calf raise straight up and down, nothing fancy, and just feel how much your actual calf is contracted. Now from there, I want you to supinate that foot to hit more of the medial head, which is, I'll just use this terminology, it's closer to your junk. So what you're gonna do is supinate that foot, which just means you're gonna roll on the outside of that foot on the way up. So start as a regular calf raise, then roll out, and feel that calf and see if it's not contracted even more than before. And the same thing goes for the other side. As you contract up and pronate in, basically just rolling that big toe, you should feel that lateral head contract even harder. If you don't, you're probably fucked up. All that to say, we're doing donkey calf raises. We're doing 20 reps for the medial head. You're gonna supinate on the way up, and then 20 reps for the lateral head, pronate on the way up. As always, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm going to leave that link, so if you do want to get notified for when the course drops, which probably won't be for another 2 weeks because everybody got pushed back till at least then, but we'll get through this. Either way, get after it, get growing. I'll talk to you soon.